What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy Ann for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with the daily readings. The first one I see is the first one I read. Let's get it poppin', baby, and see what's going on for all 12 of my motherfucking zodiac signs in love. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, my TikTok. If y'all want to drop a follow, I would greatly appreciate that. Shout out to the notification gang. I love to see my notification gang pull on through. As always, the first sign I see is the first sign I read, and the first sign I saw was Aries. So we're going to go ahead and get a pop and shout out to Overland. What's going on? How are you guys doing? Do want to say real quick, everybody, as always, if you want a personal read, first link in the description below. Tomorrow is going to be the last day if you want to get yourself a 20% off on the 15-minute personal reading tier. So it's $20 off. If you guys want to get that discount, go ahead and hit it up in the next basically 48 hours or so. So if you guys want to get that discount, feel free to. Either way, though, everybody, let's say hi. What's going on, Overland? Shelby, hello. What is going on, Drew Wills? What's going on, Kino? What's up, Lindsay? Adrian, what's going on? What's going on, Angelica? How are you doing, Madison? Appreciate you tuning in. Sophia, hello. What's going on, May? Michael, Sandri, what's going on, Fotini? Hi, Jai, and what is going on, Princess Adora? How's everybody doing here, man? Happy Wednesday, happy hump day, and let's go ahead and get it popping. So we're starting out here with our Ram Fam, Team Aries. Let's see what's going on in your next 24. Okay, message is coming in here for Aries, baby. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus zodiac in the next 24 hours. What's going to be showing up here for our Ram Fam? Message is coming in here for Team Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, my Ram Fam, we're going to get ourselves here this last and final shuffle. And we'll see what's going on. Hopefully all is well. Overall energy for you is going to be the Judgment. You could be connecting here possibly with a Scorpio for a few of you. Having a look into the current energy, we got the Emperor, which is Aries. What you're dealing with here, we got the Eight of Swords. Having a look here at the outcome, Hermit in the reverse coming out here as well. You could be dealing with a Virgo. So for zodiacs, we do have here Virgo, Scorpio, and Aries showing up here in your spread. Now, starting out with the overall energy to the current, we got here the Judgment paired to the Emperor. I feel like you're trying to give yourself a chance to feel re-empowered in the next 24 hours. I'm kind of getting the sense here with what you're dealing with being the Eight of Swords. Maybe you've been feeling inside your head, Aries. Maybe you've been in an energy of overthinking, an energy of worry, and you're trying to do what you can to say, all right, let's jump back into our power. Let's remove and get out of my head. Let's be confident. Let's believe in ourselves. Let's get re-empowered in general. But I get that feeling here, though, guys. Looking at the outcome, Hermit reversed, some of you might be going in a cycle right now, which is a pretty big up and down cycle where you're going to feel empowered, then you feel stuck inside your head, worried and concerned, then you get re-empowered again, and it's kind of like that cycle keeps on continuing. It's kind of hard to find consistency or balance right now in feeling very sure of yourself, feeling very confident, and feeling like you're moving in the right direction. And what I would say here is that if we want to break that cycle, we have to identify what is first and foremost making us feel so not sure of ourselves. What's making us feel disempowered? You know, is it that you're looking at a situation right now where you're looking for success? Maybe you're defining your success on other people's approval. If that's the case, screw other people's approval. Other people's approval doesn't determine your success level. You determine your success level. Maybe you're defining your success on how much money's in your bank account. At the end of the day, you could be a successful person and not have millions of dollars in the bank. So you kind of have to look at what's creating this energy that's making you feel so disempowered. What are you overthinking about? What's on your mind? What's getting you inside your head? And when you start to identify what that is, ask yourself, is that something worth giving validity to give me this sense of disempowerment? For me personally, I always used to feel successful based on other people's approval. You know, if I didn't get a certain amount of people telling me that I did a good job, if I didn't get people, looking at what I'm doing and praising me, because I used to be all about the praise. And if I didn't get the praise, I would feel like, well, maybe I wasn't so successful this time around. The truth is, though, is that if I was happy with what I did, if I was happy with what I accomplished, my own validity mattered way more than anybody else. But I had to change that perspective. So when I really sat down with myself and asked me, is it worth being disempowered because I don't feel, valid based upon other people's opinions? Then I realized, no, it's not really worth disempowering myself about that. So the entire energy I was feeling changed. So it's definitely a time in the next 24 hours, Aries, to go within and to figure out what's causing this sense of disempowerment. And then ask yourself, is it worth the validity? Chances are it might not be. And now we can break that inconsistent cycle and start rising back into feeling in your power. Okay, Ram fam? Much love to you. Take it if it resonates, of course. Leave it if it doesn't. But guys, thank you for coming out here so much nonetheless. Really, really appreciate you, Team Aries. So we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. We have started out here today with our fire. For today, we'll do fire, earth, water, and air. By the way, Sandri, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome, welcome in. Really, really appreciate it. So as I previously stated, fire, let's go into earth, going to our earth signs. Let's have a look here at the lovely and amazing Taurus gang. What's going on here for the bulls, baby? Message is showing up here for Taurus. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. In the next 24 hours, what is going to be in store here, please, for our zodiac sign of Taurus? Sun, moon, rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got showing up here for you? All right, my bull gang, hang on one second. We're going to get about maybe 2 more shuffles, and we'll see what's going on. Hopefully all is well. Hey, what's going on, Mary Soul? Happy Wednesday to you as well. Happy hump day. All right, what do we got going on for our bull gang, baby? Overall energy for you is going to be the 8 of Cups in reverse. You can be connecting with a water sign, such as a Cancer, a Pisces, a Scorpio. Taking a look here into the current energy, the Magician in the upright, what you're dealing with, King of Wands in reverse, and then having a look here at the outcome, y'all, is going to be the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse position as well. So kind of getting the feeling in the next 24 for Taurus, 8 of Cups in reverse paired here to the Magician, you're seeing something manifest again. This is the energy of something showing up again in your life. It could be a repetitive cycle. It could potentially be a remanifestation of a feeling. It could be a remanifestation of a scenario. But you're seeing something repeat. Looking at what you're dealing with here, King of Wands in reverse, I'm kind of feeling right now that this could be the energy of not feeling motivated, not feeling energized. It seems kind of draining. I'm almost kind of feeling a little drained, Taurus, tapping into your energy right now. So if you've been experiencing this feeling of being drained and demotivated kind of coming up pretty consistently, you know, looking at the outcome here, Queen of Pentacles reversed, I'm just not motivated right now to stay on top of myself or to be in an energy where I'm prioritizing the things in life that are going to be good for me. And I find that when we get in these energies, guys, it's due usually to the nature of a burnout or getting closer to being burnt out more than anything. When I start to feel demotivated pretty consistently, when I start to feel drained as tits pretty consistently, it always usually comes down to, did I give myself enough time to rejuvenate? Did I give myself much of a break? You know what I mean? For example, I used to go to the gym like 4 or 5 days out of the week, but when I felt super drained and burnt out from going to the gym, at the end of the day, was I getting on that consistent schedule? I would skip a week, skip another week. What I learned to do is take my breaks. If I need a day off and do 3 days this week instead of 4, or do 4 days this week instead of 5, getting that rejuvenation kept me back to my consistent schedule. Now, that's just an example, of course, not saying that this is what your reading or your story is about, but I feel like if you're finding yourself just constantly feeling back to that, I'm drained, I'm demotivated, I'm tired, I think what's missing is that rejuvenation. And you haven't necessarily made the room here, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, for that self-prioritization. So for any Taurians that are resonating with this, what needs priority right now is your own rejuvenation. It's time for self-prioritization. It's time to rejuvenate. It's time to relax. Make sure you're giving yourself here breaks accordingly, because the more you push yourself, the more you're going to keep on feeling like you're returning to this energy here, King of Wands in reverse, which once again is that draining energy, that demotivating energy, that lethargic energy maybe for some too. If that's what we want to avoid here, we got to make sure we're getting our rest. And keep in mind, guys, not just physical rest, mental rest is incredibly important too. So don't skimp out on that mental rest, okay? If you guys need to go ahead and read a book, rather than staring at the computer all day, do it. It's great for your mental. If you need to take some time off from associating with people because you kind of just need to be in your own energetic space, take that time too. But Taurus, it is the time to rejuvenate. Do yourself that service. You'll be feeling a heck of a lot better. And once you start getting back into that space where you are rejuvenated, you're not going to be experiencing that inconsistency any longer. Okay? All right, I almost called you Ram Fan, but all right, Bull Gang, appreciate you tuning on in. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but thanks for coming out here, my Taurus. We're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we have done so far our fire, we've done our earth, now we're going to get into the water signs. Pooja asked, do you have Capricorn in your chart? I have it somewhere in my chart. It's not in my sun, moon, rising, or Venus, but it is in one of my houses, I believe. Well, yeah, it's in my descendant for sure, because I'm Cancer sun, and Cancer rising. So with my rising being in Cancer, my descendant automatically is in Capricorn. But in terms of any major placements, I don't think so. I would have to reanalyze my chart. By the way, what's going on, Veronica? How are you? Lila, what's up? What's going on, Fawn? Appreciate that, by the way, Fawn. Thanks for putting the personal reading promo in there. But hope everybody's doing well, man. Thank you guys for popping on in. All right, let's get into water. Going into our water signs, let's have a look here at the lovely and amazing Pisces gang. Let's see what's up here for the fish, okay? Messages coming in here for Pisces. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus zodiac in the next 24 hours. What's going to be going on here for Pisces, please? Sun, moon, rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on here for you? All right, Team Pisces, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's up. Hopefully all is well. Overall energy for you is going to be the 10 of Cups. You could be connecting here with a water sign like a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. Having a look here at the current energy, we do have the High Priestess in reverse. What you're dealing with, Pisces, is going to be the Page of Pentacles in the upright. And having a look here at the outcome for you is going to be the Wheel of Fortune in reverse showing up for you too. So for your next 24 here, guys, you could be connecting with a fellow Pisces because the High Priestess is here. You also could be dealing with a fixed zodiac. That'll be an Aquarius, a Taurus, a Scorpio, or potentially a Leo. Now, I do see here with the 10 of Cups paired to the High Priestess reversed, it kind of feels like for your next 24 hours, you are disconnecting right now, I think, from things right now that could be affecting you personally. It's kind of like you're choosing to be present and embrace the day. You know, I think that the High Priestess is kind of like tucking away right now life's BS and having a little bit of an escapism-like day. Now, Pisces can be in that escapism energy from time to time, and I actually don't think it's something that's that unhealthy that sometimes people make it out to be, because yeah, we should always be present to our reality. We shouldn't ignore our problems all the damn time, but guys, sometimes it's nice to get the fuck out of your own head. Sometimes it's nice to kind of ignore life's current circumstances and just be present and have fun and lighten the hell up a little bit. And that's what it's all about for you, Pisces. Your next 24 hours is locking in on all the good stuff and tuning out all the bullshit. It's inhaling the good shit, exhaling the bullshit, and that is simply that. Now, where it can become a problem is if you're trying to permanently ignore whatever situations you're dealing with, life's problems, etc. That's where that can be very problematic and hurt you more in the end. But if you need a bit of a genuine break, guys, you are more than entitled to that, right? And I call it kind of like a mental vacation. Everybody's entitled to that mental type of vacation. So looking at what you're dealing with here, Page of Pentacles, you know, I feel like your next 24 hours is about, hey, let's have fun. Let's do something. Maybe you hit up your best friend. Maybe you guys go out to the bar, you go clubbing. Maybe you, hit up an old-time friend. You go see your family. You're engaging in some kind of like activity. I do feel like it's with people you're close to. So Pisces, it's like you're getting out there, you're around people, like you just want to have a day to kind of just ignore reality and have fun with some of your closest peeps. And I really don't think there's anything wrong with that in the slightest. You know, looking at the outcome here, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it's like, yeah, I know right now taking out time for myself isn't going to be what solves all the stuff I have going on, but it could actually be a benefit to rejuvenating you in a way, Pisces, and putting you in a bit of a better mindset. Once again, we're all entitled to a break. Never feel like you're not. And do enjoy your day, Pisces, is what I say here to you. Point blank, period. If you guys are getting out there and hanging out with some friends, if you're, having a day to yourself, maybe you're ordering a pizza, watching some Netflix, maybe you're turning on the PC, playing some World of Warcraft. I don't know what you're doing, Pisces, but whatever's fun for you, man, whatever kind of escapism energy you're in, enjoy it. We all deserve to get out of our heads and honestly, to disconnect from our life every now and then and just enjoy ourselves, okay? All right, Pisces, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but thank you guys for coming out here so much nonetheless. Really, really appreciate you, okay? We're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Shout out Team Fish. So we've done our water, we've done our fire, we've done our earth. We're going to get on into our air signs now, and rolling into the air, let's have a look here at Libra for your next 24. All right, what do we got showing up here for Libra, baby? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be in store here, please, for the zodiac signs of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Team Libra, we're getting ourselves here a couple more shuffles, and we'll see what's going on with you. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty awesome stuff. Libra, overall energy for you is the Star in reverse. You can be connecting here possibly with an Aquarius for some. Looking into the current energy, we got a Page of Wands in reverse, what you're dealing with at this time, Libra. We got a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And then looking at the outcome here, we got the Knight of Pentacles in the upright position as well. So I kind of feel like, first and foremost, you could be dealing with an Aquarius, but Star reversed here, Page of Wands reversed here. I think you're noticing like something is not for me, or something truly doesn't feel for me. And I really see you realizing this in the next 24 hours. You know, looking at what you're dealing with, Queen of Pentacles reversed, you don't even want to make an investment in it, Libra. It's kind of like you've come to the straight up conclusion that you just don't want something in your life. Maybe you felt like you wanted it at first, but now you kind of realize that might not be the case, you know? Having a look here at this situation, this could be a job, could potentially be a relationship. Maybe it could be like a certain kind of lifestyle you adapted to. Maybe it was a certain kind of purchase, like a car or something of that nature too. Might be the energy of buyer's remorse, been there with certain situations. So I feel like overall, Libra, you know, you're at that point where it's like, dang, yeah, I kind of don't feel aligned to something anymore. I thought I would have been, or I thought I was, but it's not the case. This is misalignment. I need to be aligned somewhere else. Looking at the outcome here, Knight of Pentacles, it's like, okay, well, it's time to shift things into gear and get going, you know? It's time to move towards something new. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is also a card that is very much so about stability. So I think that a key factor for some Libras that might be showing up here is that maybe you thought you were getting into something that would create stability. If it provided the opposite and actually created instability, that might be a factor of why you're unhappy or dissatisfied. Maybe you got into a job thinking that you were going to make really good stable income. Maybe the income was super flexible. You were like, oh shit, I need to look for something that has that stability factor, you know? Could be the same thing with love, etc. So I think right now, Libras are definitely looking for a sense of security. I feel like you've lost your interest in something, and however, a major reason I feel like you've lost your interest into whatever this is due to the lack of security that it provides. So you're on to the next thing here that will bring in that personal security for you, okay? All right, Team Libra, understandable. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. You know, everybody does deserve to feel secure in whatever it may be, whether it's love, whether it's themselves, whether it's financially. You know, security is something that is very important, okay? All right, though, guys. With that being said, though, we have finished up our first batch of zodiac signs for the daily today. We'll be hopping into our second batch here shortly, so do bear with me, guys, okay? By the way, Fawn, if I didn't say hi already, hello, how you doing? You said, thank you, Aunt. I'm clearing out toxic energy with the people around me, for sure, and right on, abso-friggin-lutely. It's always a good time to check in with yourself and ask, you know, are the people that are surrounding me genuinely healthy for me or providing these healthy energies, or are they doing a bit of the opposite, you know? It's always good to be aware to check in and make sure you're not having toxic people affecting you at this time, you know? Zephyr said, medical stuff the last few days. I'm overseeing the darn doctor. I'm sorry to hear that, Zephyr. I hopefully, you know, things over here get better. You said it stuff caused some stress and irritation. Understandably so. It's a very irritating thing for anybody to have to disrupt their life to go visit doctors or deal with anything that's health related, because it disrupts your, you know, your natural flow of life. So I understand the stress and frustration. I hope everything gets figured out for you, though, so that you don't have to deal with that. And I'm wishing you nothing but healthiness and happiness and abundance. Michaela, hello, what's going on? Fawn, thank you for the donation. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for the 99. Really, really means a lot. Yeah, all the best, just like Judah said. For sure, for sure. Sorry to hear you got that going on, but you'll be okay, though, for sure. Also, how's everybody doing today? I hope you guys are having a great day. Happy Wednesday and happy hump day to each and every single one of you, man. It's been an interesting Wednesday for me. I've had an interesting morning, but it's been pretty good though. Red Sky, what's up? What's up? I don't think I said hi to you yet. Hello. Heather, what's going on? How are you? Hopefully you're doing great too. Appreciate everybody being here. If you're enjoying today's video, drop a like as always. It really means a lot. If you're new here, come on down and subscribe. I'd be happy to have you and welcome you here into the Soul family. So thanks in advance for anybody new here who hits that subscribe button. Without further ado though, let's get back into it. We're rolling into our second batch, and our second batch is going to start out here with the fire. So we've already touched base here with Aries. Let's touch base here with the Sagittarius. We're going to take a look here into the birthday peeps and see what's going on for our Sagittarius gang. So what do we got going on here for Saggy, baby? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. Want to wish you all a happy birthday and a happy Sagittarius season. Speaking of happy birthdays, Jess, happy birthday to you. Your birthday's coming up tomorrow. Have a great day tomorrow. Hope all is well. What do we got going on here though for the Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus zodiac in the next 24 hours. Let's go ahead and begin and see what's up. Starting out here with the overall energy for you, we begin here with the Nine of Swords in reverse. Now, you can be connecting here with an air sign such as a Gemini, a Libra, an Aquarius, coming into your current energy, Lover's card in the upright, what it is you're dealing with, High Priestess in reversed, and then looking at the outcome for you, Three of Swords in the upright position too. So I'm getting this feeling for you guys in your next 24 that you're definitely overcoming something here for sure, and there does seem to be some sense of separation coming into play for you as well. Now, we begin here with the Nine of Swords reverse to the Lovers in the upright. I would say right now, there are calm, peaceful, and honestly really good vibes showing up between you and somebody. I think that this could be representative of a conflict resolution. So if there has been any sort of conflict between you and another person, Sag, if there's been any sort of weird vibes between you and someone you love, that is going to be switching up. It's going to be doing a total 180, and good vibes are coming in for you guys in the next 24 hours. You know, looking at what you're dealing with, High Priestess reversed, this is about things coming to the surface, emotions being spoken about that maybe weren't previously voiced. It's about kind of laying out all the cards on the table and really working from there with a deep and honest conversation. So I do get the feeling here for Sagittarians, it's like if you have been in a weird spot with somebody, here comes a deep convo, we get all the cards out on the table, we talk about everything, we shoot the shit, we crush it, and then looking at the outcome, it's not what you think. The Three of Swords here isn't about heartbreak or anything of that nature. The Three of Swords is also a card that represents separation. So you're separating the energies. It's like we're moving away from the weird or bad vibes, and we're happily hopping back on in to a good vibration between us both. So I feel for Sages, this is definitely some sort of conflict resolution. Now, if it's not about a person, but the Lover's card here is about something you care about, maybe you've been feeling weird in your job. You could care about your job, but maybe you're feeling weird vibes there. Maybe you're feeling weird vibes in a hobby, in a passion, but in the next 24 hours, you're kind of figuring out what those vibes are, you're removing them, and then everything's kind of back to business as usual is something that I'm feeling here too. So very interesting read. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But Saggy, I appreciate you coming out here nonetheless, and happy birthday to all of you and happy Sagittarius season. Hope you guys continue to be well, okay? All right, guys, so we've touched base here with our fire. We're getting on in here to our our earth in just one moment. Kedany June, how's it going? Lucky day, I made it to another live. Happy to have you. Welcome in. Thank you so much. Esmeralda, hello. How are you doing? I hope all is well. But yeah, let's get into it, guys. Jumping into our earth signs. We've done Taurus already, so let's look at Capricorn and see what's up here for your next 24 hours. So let's see what's going to be showing up here for Cappy, baby. Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got in store here, please, for our zodiac sign of Capricorn in the next 24 hours? Capricorn, we're already done with the shuffles. Let's get it popping already and see what's up. That was quick. Overall energy for you is going to be the Emperor. Having a look into the current energy, Temperance in the upright. What you're dealing with here, Three of Cups reversed. Looking at the outcome, Capricorns, we got here a Three of Wands in reverse showing up here as well. So far what I'm feeling for you, you got the Emperor, you also got here the Temperance. I think you feel pretty balanced because you do feel in your power. in your next 24 hours. You know, looking at what you're dealing with, 3 of Cups reversed, I think that there is someone that could be unhappy with you, but it's not like you're in a position to where it's like they may be unhappy with you, but you know that they shouldn't be, because you're living your life how you want to be living it, Capricorn. And it's like, if you're not going to be happy with me because I'm choosing to live my life in a way that I want to live it, I'm not going to be sad that you're not happy. Does that make sense? You know, it's like, why would I go out of my way to feel and empathize with you not agreeing with how I live my life? Like, it is what it is. I think that what people don't understand with Capricorn is like, they are very strongly structured. So Capricorns look into what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They have a good foundation. They have a good structure. They have a plan too. 9 times out of 10, Capricorn's always got the plan. So at the end of the day, whatever a Capricorn's choosing to do with their life, they're going to do. You're not going to sway them off their path. So this could maybe be a parent who's unhappy with your decisions, a family member, a lover, a friend, but you've got to a point in your life, Capricorn, where you feel like you're in your power. Whatever you're doing with your life, you're clearly happy with it here with the Temperance card. You're very much so in a good energy. And looking at the outcome here, 3 of Wands reversed, it's like, I'm not going to sit here and wait for this person to be accepting of me or accepting of my life's choices. It's either they are or they aren't. But at the end of the day, it's on them 110%, and it's not on me. You're not sitting here changing for somebody just because they disagree with you or they're unhappy with you. It's either they will be happy with me or choose to accept me for whatever it is, or they won't, and that's that. I'm not going out of my way here to change or morph, and why the hell should ya, right, Team Cappy? So very interesting read. It's going to be a situational one for sure. It may not apply to all of you, but if it happens to be your story, I think you're 100% right. Why should you have to change just to appeal and make somebody else happy? You do what you want to do. Either they resonate with you or they don't, and that is just simply that, okay? All right, Team Capricorn, we're keeping it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thanks for tuning on in here today. Really, really appreciate you guys, all right? So we done the fire, we did the earth, getting back into the water. Let's have a look here at our Cancer and see what's up here for our lovely crab gang, okay? What do we got going on here for the Cancer, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus Zodiac in the next 24 hours. What's going to be in store here, please, for our Zodiac signs of Cancer in the next 24? What's going on here for you? By the way, very happy Mondays. Hey, what's going on? I don't think I said hi to you yet. I hope you're doing well. Appreciate you tuning on in. Team Cancer, let's get this last shuffle. Let's see what's going on. Overall energy for you is going to be the 6 of Wands in reverse. So Cancer, you could be connecting here possibly with a fire sign. That'll be an Aries, a Sag, or a Leo. Having a look into the current energy, we got the Devil in the upright. What you're dealing with, Cancerian, 5 of Pence in reverse. And then looking at your outcome, King of Wands in the upright position too. Cancerian, 6 of Wands reversed here, Devil in the upright. You may feel like you're not successfully getting rid of something. Maybe you feel like you're not successfully getting rid of a toxic connection. You're not successfully getting rid of a negative energy. And it's a little frustrating, whatever the case may be, because it feels like something is just stuck on you and you want to remove it. Now, when I look at what you're dealing with here being the 5 of Pentacles reversed, I think what's happening here, Cancer, is you might be coming from a place where you believe that you lack the tools or the ability to remove yourself from something that you're not happy with. Let's say, for example, maybe you're currently suffering from some sort of sad situation, and you may not believe at this time that you can ever move on from it or move past it, you know? You might be in a perception right now that you're in a toxic relationship, but maybe you don't believe you can ever leave this toxic relationship. But this is a situation, Cancer, where you have to check your beliefs and you have to ask yourself, how true are they really? If a friend was giving you the same situation that you're in, how would you talk to that friend? Let's say, for example, you're in a toxic connection with someone, but you don't believe you can leave. Let's say a friend showed up with your exact situation. What would you say to them? You'd probably say, hell no, leave that person. Why would you bother saying, right? So I almost get the feeling here for you, Cancers, you're at a point in time where it's a time to reassess your beliefs. Maybe you don't believe that you can get out of a hard place in life. Maybe you don't believe you can get out of this, that, and the third. But whatever kind of doubt you're having has been the key blockage as to what's been preventing you to be able to move forward. You have to change the story and you have to flip the script, you know? I've had millions, it feels like, of times where I've told myself, I just can't be happy. I don't know why. I don't feel like I'm ever going to be happy. I just can't be happy. I'm just stuck in negativity and sadness and anger. When I was in my younger years, guys, I found it incredibly challenging to be happy. But I had to change my beliefs, dude. I had to reassess the story I was telling myself, man. The story you tell yourself is always going to be a repetitive theme. If you always tell yourself, I'm not a happy person, happiness just isn't for me, it's like you're going to live that fucking story over and over again until you decide to say, I'm ready to change it, baby. I'm ready to fucking change it. So over here, Kennedy was saying, how though? I'm stuck as fuck. How do you change your story? You start telling a different one. How do you start to apply that story in your life? You start taking different actions. You know, for example, I'll give you my example, right? When I was younger, I can never be happy is what I told myself. I had to start doing something called positive reinforcement. And what that is every time a negative behavior would come up, I would become aware of that negative behavior and I would reinforce a positive one instead. So every time I told myself in my mind or aloud that I never can be happy, I would be aware at all times. I would pause myself and say, that's not true. I have the right to be happy. I deserve to be happy. I can be happy. I will be happy. I am happy. I would just reinforce these positive things over and over again every time I'd catch myself dipping into that negativity. Now, what did I do action-wise? Well, I started to look at people who are genuinely happy. What are the qualities of happy people? What do they do with their life? Most people who are happy, they do what makes them happy. They take a look into their passions. They take a look at surrounding themselves with people who are great people. They take a look into their lives and see paths that bring forth positive energy. And I started to apply that to my own life and I asked myself those questions. You know, what makes me happy? What would? Would having a good job make me happy? Would having great friends make me happy? Would loving myself and my body make me happy? I started asking these questions repetitively. And once I did, I figured it out. I looked at what would bring me to that place of happiness. I put up a game plan of what kind of action I had to take. And then look, King of Wands, the rest was history. I took the fucking action. I had my eyes on the prize and I set out to go get it. So hopefully that example from what I've been through could be something that applies to what you guys are going through too and makes sense. But that's, you know, where I'm at right now. And that's what I see here for your read, guys. You know, anytime we tell ourselves we're stuck, the only reason you're stuck is because you're telling yourself you're stuck. The truth is you're never stuck to anything. You could always switch, but you have to start with that perception first. You have to have that flip in your mind. You got to flip the switch in your mind to say, hey, I'm ready for a different story. And keep in mind, the first time you tell yourself your brand new story, it's not going to stick. That's why repetition's the mother of learning. Whatever your new story may be, that has to be repetitive. You have to ingrain it within you. You have to ingrain it within your soul because it then has to become your identity. Right now, the main struggle for Cancers or anybody who has a shitty story that they hate is that it's become your identity. In order to change and shift your identity, which is a whole different ballgame, it's going to require so much of that repetition of repeating the new story until it becomes and shifts into your identity. That's when you'll truly feel free. So this is not the kind of work that's going to be one day, 1 month, for some, maybe not even 1 year. It's going to be the kind of work that you always got to keep at, guys. And you're always going to be a work in progress. I'm not fucking perfect. I'm still a work in progress from when I've had my spiritual awakening at like 16 and 17, you know? So hopefully for anybody here that heard that message, even if you're not a Cancer, I hope it helped. I really do. All right. All right, though, guys, let's keep it popping, pushing and moving forward. Shout out Team Cancer. Really appreciate you. And also, Kennedy, thank you so much. Appreciate the $1.99. Thank you for your donation. Really, really means a lot, my love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, though, we're going to hop on into our air sign shortly. Just need a bit of a break after that channeling, and then we'll hop back into it, y'all. Very Happy Monday said self-reflection's underrated. You can free yourself from a lot of mental blockages. Happiness will gradually follow. For sure. For sure. Flip the switch. Amen. Indeed. That's how I viewed it. That's how I viewed my like spiritual awakening, but also like my awakening to becoming more of a positive person. I looked at it as like a literal switch in my brain, like a light switch. Like I just flipped a switch one day and you can immediately feel the difference, you know? Or maybe I can put this into terms where it's like, any of y'all ever watch the Vampire Diaries, right? And like fucking Stefan and Damon, they talk about like the vampire switch, the humanity switch. They just flip it and then they don't care about nothing anymore and they become a big bad vampire, right? It's almost similar to that. There's a switch, I think, in everybody's brain where we can just turn off that negative side of ourselves and immensely embrace a positive cycle. I think it's there. It really is. We just have to figure out how we access it. For everybody, it's different, you know? But I found my switch by not thinking too much about it and just getting into the energy of doing it, you know? So I didn't think too much about flipping that switch. I just did it, if that makes sense. There's no way to explain it. It's like the most simplistically complex thing I guess you could do in your mind, you know? So very interesting though, and good conversation. Shout out Cancers. We brought up some pretty good conversations today. All right though, everybody, let's keep it moving forward. We're going to hop into the air. We've already touched base here with our Libra. So let's look into Aquarian and see what's up. Okay. Let's see what's going on. What do we got showing up here for Aqua, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus zodiac in your next 24 hours. What do we got showing up here for Team Aquarius? In the next 24 hours, what do we got going on here for you? Team Aquarius, we're getting our last shuffle over here, and we'll see what's up. Overall energy for you is you. We got here the Star in reverse, so you're showing up in your read. Taking a look here at the current energy, we got the 10 of Pentacles, what you're dealing with, Aquarius. Queen of Wands showing up here for you. And then having a look here at the outcome, 8 of Cups in reverse. I've been seeing this 8 of Cups reversed a lot today, so pretty interesting. Kind of like maybe repetitive cycles coming back up for people, all that kind of jam. But regardless, you got a Star reversed here, 10 of Pentacles in the upright. I feel right now you're happy where you are. Things are stable, but there's a feeling of not belonging where you are. And that's odd, isn't it? It's like, well, yeah, like things feel stable and good, but like I don't feel like I belong here though. And when I look at what you're dealing with, being the Queen of Wands, you're like, okay, well, fuck it. Let's push that feeling away. Let's embrace our happiness. Let's embrace living our best life. Like I shouldn't embrace that other feeling, but then it keeps on coming back. This feeling of not belonging here. And Aquarius, I'm going to tell you straight up, it's not that you don't belong where you are, but it has a lot to do with maybe feeling very frequently in the past that you didn't belong in certain places. This is rooted trauma that could have occurred in childhood or somewhere along the line in life that you've maybe adapted to feeling or believing that you don't belong in places that are of value, or in places that are happy, or in places that are positive, or in places that are loving. This is trauma that's being brought back up, and the reason why you get that repetitive feeling of life may be good, but I feel like I don't belong here is because that still is a trauma that needs to be cleared and released, you know? And that's tough to do, right? We can't just automatically clear that trauma and be like, okay, I'm healed, you know? We actually have to go into the root of it. So you got to take a look at what caused it. What caused you to feel like you didn't belong somewhere? It may go all the way back into childhood. Maybe some kids didn't make you feel like, you know, you belonged in their clique and their group, right? And you look at it from an adult's perspective and you're like, yeah, that was stupid, you know? I was just a kid and they were just teasing me. They were just kids too. But you can't look at the thing or the trauma through the lens of being an adult. You have to look at the trauma through the lens of being the child. When you were a child, how did that feel when people didn't accept you and you felt like you didn't belong anywhere? That hurt, right? A lot. That pain still went through and carried out into your life and well into adulthood. And that pain probably remanifested itself in other situations along the way in life where you also felt like you didn't fit in certain places, right? And when we get in that energy, we can be in very good places in our lives, but if that trauma isn't worked through, you're still going to feel that energy become present. And even though I have all the money I need, or I have the best family ever, or I have the best partner ever, I have shit in my life that makes me happy, I'm still feeling like I don't belong here. So we have to go into that trauma. That's what it really is. All right, Aquarius. And if we want to be able to kind of remove this feeling from being repetitive and coming back up over and over again, we have to go all the way back to the root of where that has first begun. And we got to do the healing work. You know, we got to allow ourselves to feel that pain, to feel what we've gone through. I always say feeling is healing. Indeed, it is. Maybe go back to the time where you were 5, you know, from your kid perspective, when, you know, this group of people bullied you and they didn't feel or make you feel welcome. You know, how did you feel when you were young there? Feel that pain, bring it up, because what you're doing there is you're healing it, and you're going backwards and you're healing all that trauma where it began. Then you can keep on going through the timeline. When did you feel like you didn't belong next? Maybe in high school. Maybe something happened in family. Maybe something happened in a relationship. Work through all of that. Start from the beginning, come to the end. And once we get out of that energy, guess what? That repetitive feeling, gonna be gone. It's not gonna be showing up or repeating, okay? So very, very interesting reading, Aquarius. I do hope that it resonates for those of you that needed to hear it, of course. If it's not your story, no worries. But for those of you that it does resonate too, I hope what I said over here really helps, okay? I love you guys. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Shout out Team Aquarius. So, we have finished up, everybody, our second batch of zodiac signs for the daily read. We'll be hopping into our last and final batch shortly. By the way, Natalie, thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate that. Thank you for your donation, my love. It means a lot more than you know, okay? All right, guys. So let's take a little break ski, and then we'll get back into it. We got our last and final batch coming up soon. Hey, Charisse, what's going on? Haven't missed Leo or Gemini yet. Perfect. Hi, Soul Gang. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Hopefully you're doing great. Thanks, Fawn. Appreciate that. Appreciate the promo. But yeah, Lila says over here, practice makes perfect and love yourself. Self-love is the key. It is. Self-love is very powerful. But practice also does make perfect. I think a lot of people, though, in life collectively are afraid of failure. So the reason why they maybe don't stick with practicing something is because they're failing in the beginning or they're messing up in the beginning, and then it worries them and they're like, I'm never going to get this right. But the only way to ever get anything right is by failing 100 fucking times just to succeed that one time. You only got to succeed once, guys. Then it's a train of success. You know, you can fail 1,000 times, but have that one level of success and it creates everything for you. So I'm always a big embracer of like, never fucking worry about failing, because if anything, failure is where you learn the most, you know? It's absolutely where you learn the most. Thank you, Ashlyn. I hope you had a good day too. Appreciate that. I've had a pretty solid day so far. Hi, Raven. What's up? Better late than never. No worries. Welcome in. Zephyr said, I never know what to ask for readings. Like question-wise, I assume is what you mean. Some people, I guess, can come really prepared. I mean, I've had clients come to me with like, I just want like a general reading of like, maybe whatever you see, whatever comes up, you know? So I've had readings like that. For me personally, I usually appreciate... as far as questions for my reader got you, for me personally, what I appreciate the most is people who will like lay out questions, because questions obviously, you know, make it a lot more, it makes me able to have a more specific reading with you and a better connection with you. But I have no issue if it's like, you want to read whatever's coming up for me? Do you want to tell me what you see or anything of that nature? I'm chill like that. I'm a very easygoing person to connect with when it comes to working with clients. So yeah, you know, you normally pull your own for sure. See, for me, I feel like I'm just, even though I've been reading tarot for 6 freaking years, the amount of times I've read for myself is probably a handful of times. I don't know. I just naturally don't ever really check in too much. And I also have had a couple of times with like other readers where we've traded readings or we've checked in with each other. But honestly, the last time I got an actual tarot reading from somebody was probably 2020. I think. So about 3 years now is probably the last time I got a reading from anybody. So yeah, I mean, it's my day job, right? It's what I do. I read for everybody else, but in terms of checking in with myself, it's pretty rare. Pretty rare. Yeah, absolutely, Lila. Giving up is the moment you decide to stop, right? It's not failure. Failure isn't giving up. And also, no, that's not what I wanted to say. Losing isn't failure. You don't lose when you fail. You lose when you give up. That's the main point that I always like to bring up. And it's very true. You don't lose when you fail. You learn from mistakes. Get the hell back up. You'll do better. When it comes to completely quitting, that's when you lose. Forces you to be honest with yourself. Gotcha, Zephyr, for sure. Yeah, a lot of people usually say, like, when they read for themselves, they find it difficult because the ego blends in with the cards. For me, that's never really an issue. I can be really, like, brutally honest with myself for a reading, so I've never had a problem reading for myself. I just don't really do it most of the time, you know? Not really something I naturally tend to do. But either way, though, everybody, let's get on into it. We got our final 4 showing up here today. So let's jump back on into fire and let's take a look here at our lovely and amazing Leo gang. Let's go ahead and get it popping and see what's up for you, okay? Messages coming in here for Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on here for our beautiful Lion gang? Messages showing up here for Team Leo in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on here for you? Yeah, very happy Mondays. That might be it for sure. Possibly. I think to a certain extent it is. But either way, Team Leo, what's going on here with you? Overall energy for you is going to be the Justice in reverse. You can be connecting here with a Libra for a few of you, taking a look into the current energy, the Queen of Pentacles. What you're dealing with here. We have here the Temperance in reverse, and then looking at the outcome for the Leos, we have here the 7 of Pentacles in the upright position. So you might be connecting with a Sagittarius. You might also be dealing with a Libra for some of you here too. Now, I see with the Justice reverse to the Queen of Pentacles upright, you're kind of at a point where you're recognizing if there has been a disruption of my peace, if there's been a disruption of my balance, I want to do something about it. So I think Leos are deciding to do something about any sort of disruption of peace. When I see what you're dealing with being the Temperance reversed, that's an energy of fluctuating emotions and feelings. Maybe as of late, you haven't felt, you know, the most happiest or most positive. Maybe emotionally you kind of have felt up, down, and all around town. And if that's been the case here for you, Leo, you're like, I want to do something about that to bring in more of like a consistent positive vibe, a neutral vibe. I don't want to be feeling all over the place emotionally. So you're making the investments. I'm hearing the right investments, looking at the outcome being the 7 of Pentacles. It's like, okay, here's what I got to do. Here's a plan to keep myself in a better mood, to raise my vibration, to raise in, you know, or to raise in, but to bring my mood here, to have a bit of a mood boost, right? So you're figuring out what you need to do if you've been feeling kind of up, down, and all around town, which is understandable, you know? I've caught myself being in unbalanced places before, and when it's started to become consistently unbalanced, I've been in that same energy too, where I was like, all right, time to prioritize. I need to take a look at the Queen of Pentacles, which is going to be what I need, what I desire, what I want, and I got to take care of that. And by taking care of that, that's where I bring back the balance, the inner calm, all that good stuff. So I see where you're at here, Leo. Absolutely. You're making a game plan here to get yourself back into that cool, calm, and collected space and that balanced space. Okay? Very cool and very good. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we have touched base here, guys, with all of the fire signs for today's daily read. Let's get back into our earth signs, and rolling into the earth, let's have a look here at the Virgo and see what's up, okay? Messages coming on in here for Virgo, baby. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. What's going to be going on here for Team Virgo, please? Messages coming in for Virgo in the next 24 hours. What is up here for ya? Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. Virgo, overall energy for you is the 4 of Swords. In your next 24 hours, it could be a day to get more of a nap, so maybe a power nap would be beneficial. You might be a little bit sleepy, so could be a good day here to take a nap or just to get a little bit more extra sleep tonight so that tomorrow you may be feeling more refreshed. So word to the wise for the Virgos, if you want to avoid maybe a bit of a tiring feeling tomorrow, definitely focus on getting as much sleep as you can here tonight. Now, looking at the current energy, we have here the Knight of Cups coming into play, what it is you're dealing with. We have here the Death card, and then looking at the outcome, we do have here the Page of Wands in reverse showing up as well. So let's take a look here, Team Virgo. Now, we begin here, like I mentioned, with the 4 of Swords, and we pair that 4 of Swords here to the Knight of Cups. I think that your next 24 hours is you wanting to like take action or initiative, but you might be feeling like you're too tired to do so. And when I say tired, this could be the energy of maybe you're not physically tired, maybe you're mentally tired. This could be the energy of just feeling like you need a break if you've been doing too much. So I understand where you're coming from. You know, I've had days where I've wanted to push myself and do more. However, I knew that I just couldn't do it. Like I just didn't have the energy there that was present to really pull it off. You know, for me, especially with the kind of work that I do, I would love to just like bang out like an entire month work, you know, how do I say this? Like a month load of readings, if you will, in one entire day if I could, but I probably wouldn't even get through maybe 7 of them before I was completely drained of all the energy. So with that being said, I understand wanting to do more, but at the same time, feeling like you're not able to. So that might be something some of you may encounter in your next 24 hours. And if that happens to be the case here, looking at what you're dealing with, Death card, don't worry about it. You know, the death here, I almost feel is like saying, embrace the change in your feeling. You know, for some of you Virgos, maybe you're irritated because you've been really productive for the past couple days. Maybe you're a little bothered because you've been feeling like you've been so on point recently, getting tons and tons of stuff done. But inevitably, some days we're just a little less productive because either we're mentally a little burned out or we're physically tired, however it applies. So yeah, looking at the outcome here, Page of Wands reversed. I don't think many of you are happy about maybe taking a rest day or taking a break, but if it's 100% what's needed, make sure you're doing what's needed for you. All right, Team Virgo, that's what I would say here at this time. So yeah, and also if maybe you want to prevent any kind of like draining energies for your next 24, definitely take into account mental rest and physical rest tonight ahead of time. That really can work to your benefit, okay? All right, Virgos, I love you. Take it if it applies, leave it if it doesn't. If it's not your reading, absolutely no worries, okay? All right, guys, much love. Keeping it popping, pushing, moving forward. So we've done our earth, we have done our fire signs. We're now getting into our water and jumping back into the water. Team Scorpio, let's see what we got going on here for you. All right, what do we got showing up here for Scorpio, baby? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What's going to be going on here, please, for the zodiac sign of Team Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus zodiac in the next 24 hours. All right, my Scorpio gang, let's get this last shuffle and we'll get it popping. Overall energy for ya is a Knight of Swords in reverse. Taking a look at the current energy, we have here the Temperance, what you're dealing with, Scorps. We have here the Page of Cups, and looking at your outcome, the High Priestess in the upright position too. Knight of Swords reversed here, Temperance in the upright. I think you're finding that by either not communicating to somebody or maybe not coming around right now has been a better option for your mental health. I think that this could be about maybe just not coming around a certain friend group anymore, a specific person anymore, maybe a specific environment. You know, you've come to the conclusion of like, I might need my space or distance from someone or something at this time. And in the meantime, you've kind of figured out where you're happy redirecting your energy, because looking at what you're dealing with being the Page of Cups, you now have a different investment of your energy. And that can be in maybe a different group of people, maybe it be a different environment, but it feels genuinely good. Looking at the outcome for you, Scorpio, High Priestess, whatever this person or environment you're making a new investment into, actually on an intuitive level feels right. It feels like the right choice, and it feels like a pretty damn solidified connection, if I do say so myself. So what I'm picking up on here for your next 24 hours is that by actually maybe non-communicating or distancing yourself, or maybe taking a step back here at this time from a certain person, place, or thing, and maybe reinvesting your energy into something else has started to feel like the right choice for you. I think you found yourself either new people, your new environment, your new jam, you know, of what really starts to resonate with you versus what is no longer resonating with you. Hence why Knight of Swords reversed, you're either cutting out communication or you're not really showing up in an environment you previously were a part of, okay? So pretty interesting. But yeah, no worries about that, Scorpio. I think you know exactly where you want to make your investments going forward. And that is what it is. That's cool. If that's how you feel, no worries there, okay? All right, Team Scorps, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Appreciate you. Do have a great rest of your day. Brittany said over here, Scorpio's bang on, and I feel exposed. LOL. Sorry to make you feel exposed, but happy to resonate with you nonetheless. Thank you, Brittany, for coming on out. So We've done all of our water. We have also done all of our fire and all of our earth. So getting on into our last but not least zodiac here for today's daily read, let's have a look here at Team Gemini and see what is up. Messages coming in here for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what do we got going on for Gemini, baby? You did have a Four of Wands reverse randomly come out for you guys. For some Geminis, you might be feeling like something isn't very well put together. So you might be working on something, trying to make it more stable. This could be a project of some sort. This could be a relationship. But I think that for some Geminis, just a random side message, you might be trying to improve something, especially if you're dissatisfied with it, okay? Either way, though, let's get a couple more shuffles for Gemini. Sandri, thank you so much for the $5. Really appreciate that. You said, thanks, Ant, for Libra and the Virgo readings. You're very, very welcome. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your donation. It really means a lot. All right, Team Gemini. You're taking a long time to shuffle here today. Let's see what's going on. Hopefully, we're looking at some awesome stuff. Overall energy for Gemini is going to be the Five of Pentacles. Having a look here at the current energy, we do have here the Moon in reverse. What you're dealing with, we have here the Death card, and looking at the outcome, Gemini, is going to be the Ten of Wands in reverse here as well. I like that that's in the reverse position, so that's good. All right, let's get into it, Gems. We start out here with a Five of Pents paired here to a Moon in reverse. You know, it kind of looks to me for you guys, you could be feeling a little bit left out of an environment right now, because Five of Pentacles could be about feeling left out in the cold, but it also could be a card here that represents lack. I think it's about what's missing, Gems. It's about what you feel is lacking, you know? Looking at what your current energy is, the Moon reversed, you could be feeling like somebody is lacking like connection with you, they're lacking emotion with you, and when I see what you're dealing with here being the Death card, you've definitely kind of been weighing in the options of like, should I continue trying to connect with somebody who's felt kind of emotionless towards me? Like there's a major lack of care or like a lack of somebody's feelings and just genuine emotions I feel showing up here. You know, this could be a friend, it could be a lover, somebody you're connecting with in the dating scene, it could be family, but it's like, I don't know how I can connect with somebody when it just feels like there's not much coming in on their end. So I think you feel like emotions here are really absent from a connection with somebody. Looking at the outcome, however, though, Ten of Wands reversed, as much as you've like tried to make it work, I think you put a lot of pressure previously, Gemini, on trying to make this work, but it's about not putting pressure on yourself anymore and recognizing, you know, if they're not going to bring out how they really feel, if they're going to remain being very emotionally detached, you know, it's not my job or my duty to make this person feel what it is that they're feeling. So I'm not going to, you know, try to open up that can of worms is almost what I'm feeling for you, Gemini. It's like at the end of the day, if somebody's emotionally detached, they're the only person that can tap back into expressing themselves emotionally. So I think that you've been feeling the emotion lacking from someone, but you're also kind of aware that they're just in the detached space. And it's like, if I keep on trying to change something that's honestly beyond my power, I'm just going to drive myself nuts. So with the Ten of Wands reversed, it's like I'm not going to sit here and burden myself. And Gemini, I definitely get where you're coming from. At the end of the day, it's a choice for that person to make on whether or not they're willing to open up to you. They either can or they don't. And unfortunately, it's going to be 100% up to them. So, you know, see where it goes, I guess. But as of right now, I feel like this is a situation that you don't want to sweat. Okay? All right, Gemini, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you guys for tuning on in. Really appreciate you, and do have a good next 24. What's going on, Jax? You said, hi, Aunt. It's my birthday tomorrow, November 30th, gang. That's what's up. Have a great birthday. Happy birthday to you, and have a fantastic day tomorrow. Live it up here for sure. All right, though, guys. With that all being said, everybody, guys, thank you for coming out here to your daily reading. I love and appreciate you all. I hope you had an awesome and fun time here today. So thank you guys for your love and for your support. You guys know, as always, I appreciate the hell out of you. For everybody who sent in donations today, for those of you that became members, thank you guys for your love and support to the channel. It helps out a lot more than you know. So thank you guys for your kindness, man. Of course, for everybody who's here, thank you guys for your kindness and for being here. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, of course. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I'd be happy to have you and welcome you here into the Soul family. So definitely come on down and subscribe. As always, guys, personal reads are still available. So if you want to get a personal read, first link in the description below if you're interested and want to book me there. And also in reference to what's going on tomorrow, I'm going to be posting the Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo, all the fire signs for December 2023. So if you're a fire sign, expect your December reading coming out tomorrow. I will have those posted probably around anywhere from 12:15 to 12:45 Eastern Standard Time, okay? So I'll be getting those videos out to you guys tomorrow, and then water signs will be coming and all the rest of the signs, etc. So we'll be getting to those quickly too, all right? All right, guys, happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Be safe, be well, my friends, and I will catch you all in the next video. Much love, take care, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.